So we are at 96.1, one of the biggest radio stations in Atlanta. They called us to come down here early in the fucking morning. It's like 6:30 a.m. right now. I'm used to going to bed about an hour ago. I'm on 2 hours sleep. Taxes just happened yesterday. New websites, 1099s, chaos, interviews. I'm trying to get ready to tattoo all weekend on Brazil, no offense, bro. And I'm a little stressed out. I'm a little tired. It's starting to get to me a little bit, you know. And a good friend of mine passed away this week. Little John, who was in both of our movies prior to this one. It's been a very hectic week, but we're gonna go in here in a minute and try and rock the house and explain to people that these pit bulls aren't vicious animals, and they're not. You know, it's ridiculous how they're portrayed, and I was listening on the way over here to how these guys are already talking about, like, oh, Mike Tyson living in your house and raping Barbie and all this crap, and you know, it's not like that. They're just big teddy bears. So we're trying to spread the word a little bit. That's all. Should be an interesting journey. And then I'm gonna go the back to bed if I can. That's my plan. All right, let's do it. So what can't we say on the radio now?
Well, I mean, obviously the big words, and then can't describe sex. So
Okay.
that's about it. So
Right.
for the most part, it's still pretty straightforward. We push the line as much as we can here.
Right.
But
Damn hell is all.
yeah, hell's fine. You can call someone a pussy.
Okay.
You can't say
You can
know,
say
her pussy. You
cockfighting.
can't say her. You can say he's a pussy. You
All
can say
right.
cockfighting. You can't say we're touching. You know.
Right.
Stuff like that. So.
I figured we could get away with cockfighting since we're going to be talking about dog fighting.
Right.
Do we know how many months he adopted?
How many did you guys adopt?
We're fostering 3. I'm adopting 1.
Three. So we'll find out. There must have been a-
I'm curious to know about how you, what you do with the dogs now to try to domesticate them in some way, because these are
Oh,
dogs.
they always they'll start the interview before the interview's even
Right.
started. Just like
Immediately from birth.
wonder whenever we got them on the air.
Killing machines.
Right, this would be like trying to adopt Mike Tyson, bringing him into your home, and not have him, you know, brutally assault beauty contestants and
that at all.
tattoo his face.
Yeah.
Like, Mike, come on, you.
JP, this is Brandon Vaughn.
Hey man, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How you doing?
How you doing?
Nice to meet you, man.
Appreciate y'all bringing us in.
No problem, man.
We're not actually, the dogs aren't adopted yet.
Oh no.
No, we're
in
holding
the
them.
process.
Yeah, well, I own a rescue company, and we're holding the dogs. They're not eligible for adoption for 6 months. I'll get in trouble with the Justice Department if I claim them as my property. Yeah.
All right. How old?
And today, it's our second person for people in the neighborhood. Brandon Bond is here. How you doing, man?
Spectacular. How you doing?
Welcome to the Giant Show.
Well, thanks for having me. I'm
And,
excited.
and the reason that you, particularly you are a person of interest in our neighborhood. And where do you live?
I live in Marietta.
Marietta?
Marietta.
That's where Carlos lives, Marietta.
All right. Come on over, Carlos.
And you are part of Atlanta Pit Bull Rescue.
Yes, AtlantaPitBullRescue.com. It's my company.
Cool. And the reason that you're in today is you are right now fostering 3 of Michael Vick's pit bulls that were used to fight.
Yes, we are very fortunate to have been given 3 of the dogs released. Well, 2 of them in particular. The manager of my tattoo studio, All or Nothing Tattoo Studio,
Yeah.
is fostering 1. That was the most abused of the 3 as far as fighting goes. That dog's named 7 after the
Oh, of
number on
course.
Vick's jersey.
Nice. Now, did you name him that, or that was what
Yeah,
Vic
no,
named
we
him?
named him that.
Oh, okay.
These dogs have that one in particular. Any serious injuries that'll be with him his whole life?
Yes, that one is the most scarred of the 3. There's puncture wounds all over the arms and face.
From what? Just beating?
No, she's a girl, and we believe that she was used for breeding purposes. And what happens there is they usually will throw a female in with a couple of males, and they'll fight and eventually make babies.
Wow.
It's
Now,
a
what's
sick
the
process.
is that the rape stand you hear about? Is that something?
Yes, that's exactly what.
That's
that
what a
is,
rape
but-
The
stand
males
is.
fight over the female,
Right,
and then one of them wins and has his way with the
Yeah, or
bitch.
Yeah, or several will have their way with the bitch for sure.
Wow. And you're fostering. What exactly goes into that process?
What that is they were held as evidence during the trial, and they were released to specific rescue groups throughout the country. And they're not available to the public yet because we're working with them, we're retraining them, we're reacclimating them and socializing them. They're all, especially the one I have in particular, named Machiavelli, we call him Mac. He is very afraid of everything. Like, he didn't even know when I would pet him to wag his tail. He's had no positive human contact in his life.
Wow.
See, I would
That's
think
terrible.
that there would be these dogs would be just maniacs, like wanting
Not
to
a bit.
attack every single thing, but really they're just timid.
Right, they're just big teddy bears. You know, the way the media portrays it is very different and sensational than the actual.
There's a
Dogs.
big misconception with pit bulls.
Huge.
Dogs, any animal, especially dogs, they're just like people. If you abuse them when they're young and stuff, you're going to get a pretty nasty individual.
Dogs are like mirrors; they are a reflection of their owner. And if you teach them to be mean, they're gonna simply do that just to try and please its owner.
Yeah.
The second you give a dog love, that usually, like a light switch, will flip back off.
Yeah, it's
Now
amazing.
they can-
I'm not a dog lover, but I guess in this case with Vic, man, when you see how many dogs did he kill on his farm?
There was over 60 carcasses.
God, how can you not be a dog sympathizer at least? That, you know, it's horrific, man. And have you gotten a chance
It's
to
a
go to
doggy
that?
holocaust.
Yeah, right. No doubt, no doubt. Have you had a chance to go to that farm? Is that where you picked up these dogs at?
No, I would love to get the chance to. We were actually looking at Vic selling his house here in Atlanta. We were looking at buying that just to see.
For a couple mil?
Yeah, totally.
You must be doing all right.
Yeah, for sure.
We're doing all right.
Yeah, we are doing all right. We're doing all right. Now, what goes into? I mean, have you seen in person these dog fights?
When I was young, I did go to one dog fight, and it just blew my mind.
What goes on? I mean, just paint the picture of what goes on there.
Well, it varies. Georgia's got a serious problem, actually. There's a legislation in action right now about that. And what it is it's legal to have fighting dogs, and it's legal to breed fighting dogs. It's not legal to fight the dogs. But as soon as the cops come in, everybody's just a spectator. No one's going to claim, hey, that's my dog.
Right.
So they can't make any arrests. So people are actually coming to Georgia from all over the country to fight dogs here.
Why not
because
make it illegal to even attend a dog fight?
That is exactly what is in front of the Georgia legislation right now. They're voting at the end of the month on that. So we need to get people in on that action.
Melissa, you're on the Giant Show. Hello, Melissa.
Yes,
You're on the air.
I just want to tell Brandon thank you very, very much for what he does. I respect him so much, and I am a dog person. I have 2 dogs, and one of my dogs was beat before we got him. He was a stray, and I feel for the dog, and I just appreciate everything that Brandon does, and I just want to say thanks.
Right on. Puppy
Thank you.
Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. Yeah, this must make you do great with the chicks, man. Not only you're walking a dog in the park, but then when you talk to a girl, you're like, "This was actually a dog that Michael Vick fought. I rescued it." Instant sex, no doubt.
Right, for sure.
No doubt. So what's the process now? How long of a fostering process goes on with these dogs?
The Judicial Department requires 6 months, and they have to pass a Good Citizen Award. So right now, all 3 of the dogs are in a secret location being trained, and we're filming the whole process for a documentary coming out.
Okay.
And what's going to happen is they have to pass a test where they're introduced to cats and dogs in front of everybody and walked through people, and without any distraction, they're perfect.
I would never want to be that guy. Has to stand there and see if the dog's okay.
But unlike a lot of people who are detached from early on in life and can't be rehabilitated, dogs can. And
Oh, definitely.
They will.
Definitely. Dogs are, it's so easy to, 219 dogs a day in the Atlanta area alone are euthanized. And that's just ridiculous. It's retarded. There's no reason for that.
Totally. What for this documentary, what you really need is you need to get Mike Vick on that. Do you have any interest in meeting that guy, or are you just a sick and
I just got his address the other day, and I think I'm going to write him a letter, just
Yeah.
to see if he's interested in talking after he gets out of jail.